Hello, and thank you for tuning in. I'm a few minutes late, so I apologize. I know I'm on because I see Deb and Debbie and Joanne. Thank you so much for tuning in, Joanna. Thank you so much for tuning in. Rose Ward, Stampersdelight.com. Hey, Patricia, Terry, thank you all for tuning in. Okay, so we are going to get started. So the first thing I want to tell you is that I know Sunday I didn't do a scrapbook video. So if you watch my scrapbook pages that I do on Sundays, I wasn't able to do one this week because I was away, and I am going to be away this coming weekend. So I will definitely be doing more of the scrapbooking. So no worries there. Okay. And it's just been a crazy couple of weekends for me, and I still have a couple crazy weekends coming up. So don't forget to subscribe to this channel so you know when I'm live and also when I upload a new video. And we've got quite a few on there now, so we're going to get started. Grab your coffee, grab your tea, and come stamp with me. I'm going to put that up there, and I'm going to flip the camera. Okay, so Rose Ward, Stampersdelight.com. This is my September host code. If you'd like to place an order with me, just go to Stampersdelight.com. On that website, you can join my team, you can place an order, and you can also buy things like my mug, grab your coffee mug, t-shirts, and sweatshirts. So definitely check that out. Oh, Maria, first time catching me live. Thank you. Okay, so as you all know, we've only got a couple more days left for celebration. So that ends September 30th. So you definitely want to get your orders in so that you can get these free items. Now, I do know that the bedazzling paper is sold out. That I do know. So you definitely, I think if I'm not mistaken, I think the dies are sold out for the sheep too. So definitely never wait to order. You definitely want to do that right away. What I'm going to show tonight is the Happy Holidays, and it's a really, really cute set. It is a bundle, and I love the little bird, and this bird is so great for coloring, and you're going to see that in a minute. Hi, Karen. Hi, Deborah. Okay, so let's get started. So let me show you the stamp set, which is right here, and I know there's a little bit of a glare, but this is the Happy Holidays. And then, of course, the bundle comes with this great punch. And I don't know about you, but whenever there's a punch, I have to have it. So I'm going to bring in a couple samples to show you first. And then I'm going to show you, I'm going to do some stamping. The first sample I'm going to show you is a gift card holder. Now, you know I love my gift card holders. I do give a lot of gift cards for Christmas and birthdays. But this one is just so cute, and it's really quick and easy to make too. So this has a little belly band, and you're just going to slide that off, and you turn it over and you open it up, and inside you can have this little Christmas, happy Christmas, and inside you could also put your gift card. So I thought that was a cute little idea, and I know everybody loves the little gift cards, so I like to do those right around this time. But don't forget, you can make gift cards for birthdays too. So that was the first one I did. Then I did another one using our red foil paper. And you can see I used the punch on that. So when you flip this one over. And the cool thing is when you punch the punch out, you get all these great little leaves. Look at this. I'm going to show you. I got all of these little things left over from punching out my cards. So I saved those, of course, because you can use them. And this one I have going the other way. And you open it up, and again, a little note card in there for you, and to and from. The to and from is from a different stamp set. Okay. I apologize. Every time I get on live, I have to cough. So this is the other gift card. I'm actually going to show you how to make the gift card. Okay, because it is so sweet and cute and easy to make. I just want to be careful with that. Okay, another thing I made was with our designer series paper, and I'll put the designer series papers names in the description when I'm done. Here is a cute little tag that I made, and this die right here goes to the sparkling of the season. And that's the one I'm actually using for my retreat this month. Okay, so I did add that into the with a green foil paper, and of course you flip it over and it has the to and from. So there's a cute little tag that you can make with this. Okay, now let's look at some cards that I did. So the first card I did, I used the blue instead, and this is Pacific Point. And of course I used my blends, and there's where I used that punch. And then of course I used a lot of bling on this one. I used all the red little rhinestones to make the holly berries there. I don't know if you can see it very well, but there'll be still shots on my blog tomorrow, Stampersdelight.com. And inside is a happy Christmas. My son always says happy Christmas. So there's a card that I made. Now again, I used the Sparkle of the Season die, and I used our Whimsy paper, and I did this one in pink. And you can see I distressed the edges of the paper, and I used one of those snowflakes that we have with the Whimsy. And this, okay, is our rose and gold paper. That's in the annual catalog. Can you see that? Oh, it looks so pretty as a wreath. Thank you, Kathy. And this one is a tent fold, so it opens that way. And I use the Mint Macron and the Blushing Bride. And of course, the blends here are the Petal Pink. Pink is a big holiday color, I think, this year. And then the other one, the next one that I'm going to show you, I did up a little bit different. I used our Timber embossing folder back there. All right, I used our yellow vellum paper, and I cut those, the punch, and that's where I got all these little leaves, which I can use for some more cards. Now this, I used the Rich Razzleberry, and these 3 pieces of Designer Series paper right here are actually scraps. Okay, and I just put them all together. And again, here's that, this is the gold paper from the Rose Gold specialty paper. And here's Christmas blessings to you. I'm going to take a sip of water because I'm going to cough again. Oh, I do apologize. And of course, I used our champagne rhinestones. So there was another card that I did with that. Okay, so those are the samples that I've done. And now I'm going to show you how to make that really quick, easy gift card. So let me bring in some paper. And don't worry, I will have the dimensions in the description, okay? So for the gift card for this time, I'm going to use this paper, and that's to that reindeer paper that you can get free during celebration. So let me bring in my paper trimmer first. And I am going to cut a piece of Designer Series paper. It's easier to use Designer Series paper that it doesn't matter which way the pattern goes. It's a lot easier. I'm just going to move that out of the way. And I am going to cut this at 5 1/4. Well, let's do it this way. Let me do 5 1/4 this way. Okay. So I'm just going to cut that at 5 1/4. And then 6 inches. So there's the start of it. Okay, now on the 5 1/4 side, which is this side, I am going to score that at 3 1/4. Move my cutting blade off. So 3 1/4. I'm sorry, 3/4. Not 3 1/4. 3/4 right here. I am going to just score that. I'm going to flip it around, and I'm going to score the other end on 3 1/4. And now on the 6-inch side, which is this side, I am going to score this at 1 1/4, 1 1/4. And then I'm going to slide it right into 3 3/4. And again, I will have those measurements later on. And then it's hard to see, but I am going to go ahead and fold this. I'm going to grab my bone folder. Hey, Joyce, you're back. I'm glad. Okay, and let's see where this folds right here. It's hard to see the score lines sometimes. And then I am going to flip it this way, getting all those score lines in there first. And then I'm gonna, okay. Now that I have it scored, what I need to do is I need to cut these corners off. So I'm gonna grab my snips and I am just gonna cut this corner off. And this corner. Okay, and that piece is going to flip right up there. Okay, that's the part of the gift card holder. And then these little corners up here I'm going to snip off. Let me just cut those off. So there is my gift card holder. So it's going to fold up like that. Now these two edges right here, what you can do, if you don't like those squared off like that, you can just cut those at an angle. Okay, so they meet with this paper. So I can take this corner and just snip that off. And do the same thing on this side. Snip that off, and you'll see what I mean when I fold it. Okay, let's get that out of the way. So that when I fold it now, you don't see those edges. For the top of this, I'm going to grab my trio punch, and I am going to round off those edges. I think it just gives it a cleaner look. So now I have the rounded edges. And that's all there is to the gift card holder. Okay, so now let's put some adhesive on it. I have a couple of here because they're almost ready to go out. So I'm going to fold that right up there. And there you have your little pocket. Now I'm going to take a piece of white, basic white, and I am going to cut the insert for that. And I'm going to cut that at 2 1/4 inches. Put my blade back. And 3 1/2. So that gives me the little insert for inside. So now I have my little insert, right? And then you can fold that and we'll stamp that later. So now for the belly band, I used, for these ones, I used 1 1/4 by 3 1/4. But I'm going to do this one a little bit thicker. I'm going to do this at, well, let's see. This is about 2 inches. I'm going to try 2 inches on this because I want to try something different. Okay, so that's 2 inches by 3 3/4. And that might, oh, nope, I'm sorry. It's 1 1/4 by 6. What am I saying? 1 1/4 by 6, but I'm going to try 2 by 6 inches. So the belly band is, that I used for the other ones was 1 1/4 by 6. But this one I'm doing a little bit wider because what I want to try, and I don't know if it's going to come out or not, so we'll see. I'm going to use the opposite side, and I am going to use the punch. I might trim it after I'm done. But I thought about this later on, and I wanted to use that punch, so I'm just going to go here and punch some more there. You can really use whatever size band you want. Now I got a little bit more there, so I'm just going to cut one more. Okay. Now that is a little too wide, being 2 inches, so I am going to trim it down. So let's see what it would be once I trim it. Just going to, let's see, so this was 2 inches. I'm just going to cut this down a little bit because I don't want it quite that wide. I guess you could call this my on-the-fly gift card holder. That's going to fit right around here, and see, I want the opposite paper. Let's see if I like this. I don't even think I like that. I don't think it shows up enough. Doesn't really show, does it? Okay, so let's not use that. Let's use green. Let's use the green, yeah. And let's go back to the original one. So you can use the punch, but I didn't really like the way that came out. So I'm going to go back to my original, which is 1 1/4 by 6. I just thought I would try it, and I'm brave. I try it right on live TV. Okay, so here's the punch. Yeah, I like that better. See, it really shows up better. So what I'm going to do is I am going to bring that around. Now, I don't score it. What I like to do is just place it on the gift card holder and then just score it that way. You don't want it too tight because remember, you want to be able to move it in and out. So now that I have that, now I'm going to score it. Okay. All right. So I'm going to add a little bit of my adhesive here. And you can add more if you want. And now that slides right in there. So there is the belly band for it. Quick and easy, right? Okay, so what I already did was I cut out some of the birds. I already stamped them. And I'm going to grab one. And I am also going to grab one of the little hollies. And I'm going to do a little coloring. I'm going to grab my real red. And I am actually going to do this one, the top of him really dark up here. So I'm using the thicker side here. I'm just gonna, I want the top really dark. Okay, I'm gonna switch it around and I'm gonna take my nubby end or the bullet end and just trace around there. And then I'm just going to add a little bit of the dark real red right here. Just flick some color there. Okay. And then I'm going to take the lighter one and blend that all up. I always tell you, I always start with the dark and then go to the light. But it works. It also works if you do the light and then the dark. Some people prefer it that way. There's really no wrong or right way. And then I'm going to go right in here with the whole color. So I'm going through all these stamp sets that I have bought from the mini catalog. And my goal is to show you projects with every one that I have bought. So I still have quite a few to go. Okay, look how vibrant that is. Now, while I'm here, I'm going to take my berries. I'm going to put some dark red in here. Oh, thank you. Yes, this is beautiful paper, Susie. And then my light ones. I'm going to add that in there. I am going to grab my greens, and I have Old Olive. And I'm, again, with the nubby end, I'm just going to add some dark in here. So again, you don't have dies, so you have to cut these out. And then I'm going to go in with the light and blend that up. And again, this is Old Olive. Leave me a comment. Let me know where you're watching from. I do read the comments afterwards. Okay, we're going to bring in some other colors. I'm going to bring in Saffron for the little beak. This is the dark Saffron. And I'm going to bring in my light crumb cake. Again, the nubby end for his little feet. I am going to grab my Winkostella. Hi, Tina. And I am going to add some Winkostella because you know we love our Winkostella. I'm curious to know who's watching that has not tried Winkostella. If you haven't used it, you don't know what you're missing. So we're just going to add some Winkostella here and over on here. Be careful when you use the Winkostella on the reds. They do tend to bleed. So either do them first or do them last. Okay. So now we have some Winkostella. I am going to take the bird. The bird is going to go right there. And this little guy is going to go right here. Okay, so that's the way I want it, but I definitely want to use my dimensionals on this. So let me grab my Take Your Pick tool. Now be careful when you put the dimensionals down. You don't want them going over too far. You want it to stay right on that fold. I'll put that right there. I am going to grab another one. Probably only need one, but let's see. I'm going to put it kind of far up because it's got to go under here. But not holding on to here, so you got to be careful, okay? I really want him showing more, so let me just angle that. Oh, there we go. Okay, so we have now we have him with the holly leaf there, and you can see it still moves. Okay. I'm going to grab a little strip of white. I have tons of these strips. When I cut my paper, I save them because they work so well. Everything. I'm going to grab Happy Christmas. And I am going to grab, let's see, I have my Old Olive here. I'm going to go with the green so it stands out. Oh, that's okay, Karen. You can watch the replay. Let me grab a piece of paper so I don't get it all over my mat. Let's see. This should fit right on here. And I am going to stamp. Am I in camera view? No, I'm not. Okay, so let's move that up. Now you can see it. It's hard for me to see if it's straight on camera. Okay, so now I have that. I'm going to snip this off. And then I'm going to bring in my favorite banner punch. I'm going to flip that around. I'm going to slide that right into this side. And this might be too long, but let's try it. Nope, perfect. Okay. Now for this, I am going to just use my Stampin' Seal. And let's see, do it. No, I want it on top. I know, it covers up the bird. He's just so cute. All right, so I have that on there now. And there's my little gift card. Let's see, what do I want to do with this? I have some red gems here. Let's use those. I'm going to put one in his eye right there. These are the red rhinestones. And I'm just going to put a few over here. And maybe one right here. And there's a cute, quick, easy little card or little gift card. I'm going to bring in that piece of white. And I am just going to stamp a sentiment in here from the stamp set. Let's see. How about Christmas blessings to you and yours? I'm going to bring in that old olive again. And you can use a to and from if you want, like I did on the other one. And that little card is going to go right in there. And he fits right in there. And there you have a great, cute little gift card to give somebody. Thumbs up for Rose and her cards. Thank you, Karen. I don't know if anybody realizes, if you don't do videos, it is very nerve-wracking. But I am so thankful for each and every one of you. Thank you so much. So there's another cute little gift card. Now, for my next project, don't have any really fancy folds today. Well, I guess that's considered a fancy fold. I'm going to show you this one, but I'm going to change it up a bit. Now, remember, I haven't, just like the gift card, I like to change it up, and I do it live, so we're never sure how it's going to come out. All right, so let me bring in some paper here. And I'm going to stick with the Pacific Point. That's just such a beautiful blue color. I am going to bring in my paper trimmer, and I'm going to score that in half. Okay, at 4 1/4. So I get a nice crisp edge. There we go. That's the start of it. Then I'm going to bring in my basic white, and these are 4 by 5 1/4. That's going to go right on top of here. But before I do that, I'm going to bring in that punch. Oh, you're watching from Australia. Must be evening there. I'm going to punch this out. I don't think I need white leaves, so I'm going to get rid of those. But again, look at all these great leaves that I have to play with. Sorry about that. And I am going to punch one more right here. And you can have the holly going either way. Okay, so whichever way you want to put it. I'm going to put it this way. Now that shows blue on blue, which looks cute. But I'm going to use some green foil, I think. We're not sure yet. We're going to check it out, see which one I like. Or which one you like. How about if I layer the green foil? Oh, yeah, look at that. Now, I'm not going to waste all of that. So I am just going to, again, cut a piece off. So I'm going to go with 4 inches because that's what size that white piece is. And I'm going to go with maybe about a 2-inch piece. And that's going to go right behind it. And I might have to trim just a tad off of there. I don't want that green showing, so just a hair. Okay, that should be good. And then I can glue that back here. So I already have my green leaves. So I am going to take my adhesive right here. And I'm going to bring in my silicone mat because I just want a little bit of that glue here. Okay, so I'm going to go off the paper just like that. And just get a little bit of that glue on there. And then the silicone mat holds the rest of it that I don't want. Oh yeah, the green foil is awesome. And I am going to lay that, whoop, again, I'm not in camera view. Let's move it up. I am going to lay that right here. Nice. Okay, and if a little piece is showing, you can just take your paper snips and trim that. I just have just a tad showing anyone. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my bird. But before I do that, I'm going to bring in this tree branch. And the tree branch is from, let me show you the stamp set I got that from. The Birds and Branches set in the annual catalog. So I'm using that branch right there. And I am going to bring in my soft suede. I got to move all this out of the way. And I'm just going to bring that branch in right here. Oop, I need my pad because this is a photopolymer stamp set. Pick that up again. Okay. And then I'm just going to bring that branch in right here. So there's the branch for the bird to sit on. I'm going to bring my memento because I'm going to use my blends. I left my memento on the other table because I'm getting ready for my retreat next weekend. Or this, yeah, next weekend. This weekend I'm going away. So I'm not sure I'll be on Monday night next Monday because I am going away for the weekend. Yay! Okay. I'm going to bring that in. And I am just going to angle this little bird and have his little feet right on that branch. There we go. And now I'm going to do some coloring again. I'm going to bring in my blends, which are my Balmy Blue. I've got the dark. And this is there's a big image here, so I can use the paintbrush side. Okay. I'm going to bring in my light Balmy Blue and I'm going to blend that all up. And if I haven't said hello to you, hello. If you jumped on after I started. Okay. I'm going to bring in my Saffron because I don't want to use Daffodil Delight. I want to use a lighter yellow. So I'm going to bring in my dark Saffron. And I'm going to blend that down. I'm going to add a lot of dark yellow right here. And just a slight lighter color, the light one, to the bottom. It's very subtle. Okay. Again, I'm going to grab my light crumb cake with little feet. And now the neat thing is, when I bring in this holly leaf, whoop, I want the black because I'm using blends. So I'm going to ink that up in black. And you can go right over, let's see, let's put one right here, right over the dark spot because I'm going to be coloring it. So you're not really going to see that. I'm going to put one right here over his feet. You'll see that it really works well. And one right there. So you can see it's over the branch, but it all blends up really nice. I'm going to grab the red. You could do it if you wanted to mask this, but I'm not going to. I wanted to just stamp tonight. Sometimes I like just to stamp. How about you? I'm gonna bring in the lighter red. I can't wait till I'm doing this full time. I've got so many ideas for videos. It's gonna be great. Okay. Gonna bring in my dark old olive. Just with those veins, the little leaf veins. Just add some dark right there. I'm going to show you how I got those speckles in a minute after I do all this. Okay. And now bring in my light old olive. Blend that all up. And again, I will have the dimensions on here later. There's a little bit right there. Okay, look at that. Of course, I'm going to bring in my Stella again, because he just calls for some shimmer. And we're going to give Stella to this whole card. I know you may not be able to see it, but it's nice and shimmery. Right up through the branch very gently. And the leaves. Okay. So there he is on the tree branch. Now I'm going to bring in another stamp that says Noel, and that's going to be at an angle, just like this one was. I'm going to bring in the real red for that. Let me close this one up. Don't forget to share my videos. I really do want to get my videos out there so I can do more when I retire from my day job. Who's counting down with me? I'm going to stamp in red, Noel, right there. Then what I'm going to do is I am going to bring in my little Pacific Point here, and I'm going to get those little splashes of color. So for that, I am bringing in my aqua painter, which has water in it. Okay. And I am just going to squeeze some, make sure it's wet. There's actually enough color in it already. You can just dab it right in here and get some color. But if you see, it's got color anyway, so. Okay. So I am going to take that. And if it needs more, I can add more. I'm going to take this stamp, my ink pad. Just grab a little more color. Remember to do this lightly. You can always add more, but you can't take it off. So let me just show you what it's starting to look like. It was plain white, and now you see the speckles in there. So again, just fill it up with water. Get some water going. Grab some ink in there. And take something plastic, like your stamp case, and just go around it. Don't want to get too close because then you'll get blobs. We don't want blobs. Okay. I think think that's going to be good. And then when you go to clean this off, you're just going to clean it off, and you can run it under the water or the sink just to get that color out. But I'll worry about that later. All right. So now we have that. We are going to bring over our card base, which would go right here. Look at that. What do you think? I am going to turn this over, grab my Stampin' Seal. Just adding the Stampin' Seal. I'm going to lay that right there. Okay, we're going to set that apart for a minute. And for the inside, this one says Happy Christmas. This one I'm going to use wishing your family health, happiness throughout the coming year. I'm going to, again, use my specific point. I'm going to stamp that down. I'm going to grab my little holly leaf. And put that right there. I think I just did it in blue here. This one I'm going to actually color. So again, real quick, grab the red. The green. You love it? Thanks, Karen. Whoop. Wrong one. Red. Don't want to put red with green. Oh my God, that would be muddy. Okay. Some dark green there. Bring in the light. You should lay the red. You should lay the red over the foil berries. Not quite sure what you mean, but I love the idea. Okay, just going to color that in. Grab my Winkostella. I don't know, what do you think? You think we should add some of that little blue, really light to here? Let's see. Move that out of the way. Oh, yeah. Not a lot, just a little bit of color there. I kind of like that. We're going to go ahead and add that. Right in here. Okay, then I'm going to bring in some gems. And I'm going to bring in the red rhinestones again, because they go so well with this. Looks like I have to open another pack. I go through a lot of rhinestones. So let's just open that up. The bottom where the punch was used. Oh, use the red. I'll show you why I didn't do that. Let me use my other take your pick tool. I'm going to grab those rhinestones, and I'm going to put those right in there where the berries would go. I know I'm using a lot of them for this, but I think it makes the card. And then I think I'll add a couple more up here just to offset that a little bit. This one I used the blue, but I'm going to go with the red. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah, there you go, Darlene. That's what I was planning. And then, of course, I would bring in an envelope. And for the envelope, I am just going to ink this off a little bit. I'm just going to do the blue for my envelope. And there you have a great card with a little bit of a technique. Just like that. There's the blue colors. I didn't give him an eye. Let me put a little red one in there for his eye. Now you know why I go through so many of these. There we go. What do you think? Did you like this? Even though it wasn't really a fancy fold, it was a little bit of a technique, an easy technique for you to try. So here are the two blue ones. I'm going to keep that one aside for a second. I'm going to bring in my gift card holders. I actually cut that one a little bit bigger, but that's okay. Here's the other card that I showed with the Sparkle of the Season wreath. Can you pick a favorite? Oh, thank you. And of course, my gift tags. I love my gift tags. So again, this is called the Happy Holidays Bundle. And you can get that still. That is in the holiday catalog during celebration. Don't forget celebration. I'm going to flip the camera real quick. So I'm just going to look over here. Thank you, Joyce. Thank you, Carol, Denise, Beverly. I'm glad you like them. Thank you so much for tuning in. Now, this one, whoop, not this one, because I made that one earlier. The one we just made. This one right here. I'm going to give that away to somebody. Whoop, you can't see it. This one. I'm going to give that away to someone, and you will be able to use it, give it away, or keep it. Okay? All you have to do is, if you're watching this obviously on YouTube, leave me a comment. Okay? Let me know if you're in the U.S. I can only send it to the U.S. I'm going to pick one lucky winner from the comments tonight, or any comments from now until Friday morning. When I come back Friday morning, one lucky winner is going to get this card free. Okay, so I'm going to send you this card free. All you have to do is leave a comment, and you have until Friday morning. Okay, and then your name is going to go in for the drawing. So again, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed it. Oh, thank you, Darlene. Thank you, guys. You like the pink better? Yeah, I love the pink one too. I love them all. And until Friday morning, 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, I hope you all have a great week, and I will see you back here then. And until then, keep on stamping, Stampers. Bye.